A country road, a tree, evening. For most plays, this setting would be the backdrop for an epic journey. Here, it is a cage. Two men, a dirt path, and a creeping, paralyzing inability to take a single step forward. Estragon pulls exhaustedly at his boot, drops his hands, and mutters, "Nothing to be done." This bleak scenario forms the opening of Waiting for Godot, penned in the mid-20th century by Samuel Beckett. The play aggressively strips away plot, character arcs, and resolution, leaving audiences with raw human behavior. The two protagonists, Vladimir and Estragon, are entirely trapped by a vague appointment. They are waiting for someone named Godot. They aren't sure exactly what he looks like. They don't know if they are in the right place, or even if it's the right day. They only know they asked him for a vague supplication, and they cannot leave until he arrives. Their current reality of sleeping in ditches and rags is a sharp drop from their past. Vladimir recalls the 1890s, noting that they were respectable in those days, looking down on the world hand in hand from the top of the Eiffel Tower. Now they are aging, sore, and entirely destitute. The play features no grand battles and no scheming antagonists. The central conflict is the agonizing passage of time itself. Every passing minute is an enemy they have to defeat, while waiting for an arrival that may never happen. To survive the vacuum of the country road, the men cycle through three distinct distraction mechanics: physical routine, intellectualizing, and the spectacle. Their first line of defense is their own physical discomfort. Estragon spends minutes wrestling with an ill-fitting boot. Vladimir obsessively removes his hat, peers inside it, shakes it, and puts it back on. By hyper-focusing on chafing toes and tender scalps, they create immediate, solvable mini-goals to occupy their minds. When physical routines run dry, they transition to the intellectual. They chew over theological puzzles, deliberately debating why only one of the four evangelists claims a thief was saved during the crucifixion. These cyclical arguments have no actual stakes. Their entire function is to consume time. They also lean on escapist fantasies. Estragon mentally retreats to the colorful maps of the Holy Land he used to study, vividly recalling the pale blue of the Dead Sea. "That's where we'll go for our honeymoon," he remembers saying. "We'll swim. We'll be happy." Every hat fumble and circular debate acts as a shield. These routines ensure that no moment remains empty enough to force a confrontation with their own purposelessness. The ultimate distraction arrives from the outside. Observing the chaos of others demands full attention, and a local landowner named Pozzo violently enters the scene, driving his servant, Lucky, forcefully forward by a rope. Lucky is a vision of extreme physical burden. He is forced to stand completely upright while holding a heavy bag, a picnic basket, a stool, and a greatcoat. He pants and sags under the weight, dropping to the edge of sleep before jerking back up. Pozzo commands Lucky to entertain them. Lucky dances, and then, upon having a bowler hat placed on his head, is commanded to think. He launches into a frantic, unbroken, 3-page theological monologue. The absolute absurdity of this performance demands Vladimir and Estragon's complete attention. The spectacle successfully eats up the clock.
Estragon immediately shuts him down with the brutal truth. It would have passed in any case. The light suddenly fails. In an instant, the moon is up. Another day of waiting comes to a close. A timid boy emerges from the shadows with a message. He tells them that Mr. Godot will not come this evening, but surely tomorrow. They briefly consider hanging themselves from the willow tree, echoing an older memory where Estragon threw himself into the Rhone River during a grape harvest and Vladimir fished him out. But they lack a sturdy rope, and eventually they lack the energy to try. Apathy wins out over action. Because Godot never arrives, he remains a perfect, unblemished promise. This makes him the ultimate placeholder for whatever external force we tell ourselves will eventually provide life's meaning, be it a career milestone, a windfall, or a sudden change in fortune. Beckett holds up a mirror to the audience. We fill our days with errands, arguments, and spectacles. We assure ourselves that progress is happening, checking off tasks and engaging in routines to obscure the fact that we are firmly rooted in place. Estragon looks at his friend. "Well, shall we go?" he asks. Vladimir replies, "Yes, let's go." They do not move. What is your personal Godot? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like and subscribe to World Classics English for more explorations into literature's greatest works. Thanks for watching.